Good morning. Welcome to another episode of the Mizuho Week Ahead. I'm Boon Heng, Market Economist at Mizuho Bank. This week's theme is Much Ado About Nothing. To start off this week's episode, we use a quote from Shakespeare. In a false quarrel, there is no truth along. In Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing. Nothing was what G10 central banks did in terms of policy rates, with the Fed, the BOE, BOJ, and SMB all holding steady, BI and BSP in Asia also following suit. But there was much ado, as markets swung about wildly, as Hawkish Fed intent and stagflation dilemma for the BOE buffeted sentiments. USD yields and the US dollar pushed higher through the week, as Fed pivot bets were challenged by a hawkish hold that not only lifted the dot plot for 2024 and 2025, but crucially suggested even higher real rates into 2024, underscoring higher for longer by the Fed. This is in sharp contrast to the dovish hike by the ECB the week before, and that is in the context in which the sterling and the Swiss franc have been hit harder, still, both down more than 1.1% on the week, as hike bets for the BOE and the SMB were dashed by a hampered hold. In particular, the British pound tumbled 1.8% from pre-BOE bids, reflected rate hike expectations were supplanted by stagflation risks. What's more, the BOJ's distinct restraint on exiting negative interest rate policy and or raising yields, citing the lack of confidence about sustained wage gains, have inevitably compromised yen traction, resulting in the ante being upped for the MOF and indirectly the BOJ. Higher 10-year yields across the board, despite two-way swings into the week, underscore the tyranny of stagflation-type forces rather than economic confidence. Just ask global equities to have sunk 2 to 3% across the Euro stocks, S&P 500 and the Nikkei, with the Nasdaq dropping more than 4%. The dire state of risk appetite is but revealing. There is no truth of law, as unremitting, brutal policy restrictions stress pre-existing demand cracks in the post-pandemic global economy. Not only may the reopening pent-up demand resurgence be fading, but geopolitics and other externalities continue to inflict greater pain via energy and food price shocks. Turns out, there are many layers to the false quarrel here. One, it may be a false quarrel about whether the other G10 central banks are more hawkish than the Fed, as the latter retains rate advantage. Second, yet another false quarrel is between inflation and downside growth risk, as cost shocks prove ultimately deflationary, whilst record post-vocal tightening accentuates recession risks. Higher USD yields and a stronger dollar colliding with uncomfortably high oil and inconveniently resurgent food prices mean that macro stability risks loom large. This underscores Asia ex-Japan pressures and undermines EM Asia Central Bank's confidence about peak rates, more so amid persistent China uncertainty. Turns out, much ado about nothing in terms of policy action is sometimes justified. And that will apply to the Thailand's case on this coming Wednesday. We expect the BOT to hold on to policy rates as various price reduction measures keep near-term inflation in check. That said, we also expect the BOT to make much ado about the potential inflationary impact of various fiscal transfer measures and the minimum wage increases. Down under in Australia, there may be something about the CPI print this week. Inferring from details in the RBA's earlier September minutes, Australia's CPI on Wednesday has the potential to move policy in October, given the revelation on inflation for services in this particular August print. All in, central banks will show the law in their inflation fight, even if nothing seems to be done. For more information, please refer to our Week Ahead publication or contact your respective sales desk and RMs. And for regular notifications on our market views, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button. Thank you.